From the heart of the Cape, this is Barnstable Today for Monday, August 25th. Welcome aboard. I'm Mark Mumford.
With the school buses poised to roll, Barnstable High School teacher John Reed gains more official recognition. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kevin Friel.
Reed, who's on the verge of retirement and who recently gained national attention with the H Council Trenholm Award, and who was also recognized before a recent Red Sox game at Fenway Park, was applauded at the latest town council meeting.
I guess I have to ask, is this me or somebody else? Well, I want to thank the Barnstable Town Council and most definitely the Barnstable Public Schools for the opportunity to come and be part of the community for the last 35 years. Now, I've had people ask me, so what are you going to do? And what are you doing? No one asked me a question like that because I have answers that you would not believe. You know, I deal with Harold every day, so it's not like I have just walked away and have gone into the woodwork. The museum is thriving. We're trying to improve ourselves and make it part of the cornerstone of the community as well. I am busy. I mean, that's to say the least. And I want to thank Don Grissom for locating me because I was in Arkansas last week. We were looking at some other things down there and taking care of some family business. But it has been real. But I want to thank, more importantly, the young people of the town of Barnstable who, since 1973, I have worked with, mentored, helped raise. Even you have a couple of people here in the town council who know me back in the day. And it has been interesting because it's kind of funny. When I go home to Boston, people say, hey, you're from Cape Cod, huh? And my response is, yeah, I guess so, because I lived here long and I lived in Dorchester. And it's been real, and I thank everybody in the community for all the support over the years, and I will continue to serve in the public good and for the public interest and on behalf of young people in Barnstable and across Cape Cod.
Memories of Ruth Russia also surfaced at the town council meeting.
The lawyer representing the Ruth Rusher Trust made the case for moving forward with her wishes to turn her Hyannis Harbor home into a hostel.
Mike Ford, representing the Ruth Rusher Trust. This is a proposed regulatory agreement for property owned by the trust at 111 Ocean Street. And very quickly, I know the hour is late, some background regarding this particular item. Many of you may remember Ruth Rusher, a colorful citizen here of Hyannis, a participant in a number of municipal and civic affairs and events, a longtime representative at town meeting. She was a social worker for most of her life and then a tour guide for the latter part of her life, and somebody who believed very strongly in tourism and in Cape Cod and the village of Hyannis in particular. And in 2004, she created this trust, and one of the directives in the trust was that when she passed away, her desire was that her property on Ocean Street be deeded to the Cape Cod Foundation, private nonprofit corporation that many of you are probably familiar with, and directed them to proceed with plans necessary to create a hostel at her particular property on Ocean Street. Just to highlight very briefly, Madam Chairman, what is involved with the project. One, there are 4 buildings currently on the site, and the proposal is to renovate the buildings that are there and to utilize those buildings. They are historic buildings. They are in your historic district, and they will stay intact exactly as they are now, with the exception of a small addition to the main building itself. The result will be 13 rooms that will be able to be utilized for the hostel itself. And I should tell you that for the purposes of this agreement, and this is on in paragraph 37 of the regulatory agreement, that a hostel is defined as a facility which provides inexpensive overnight accommodations for travelers in dorm-style rooms with male, female, co-ed, and family rooms. The hostel is designed to bring people together through the use of shared kitchens, bathrooms, and common areas. And so There are a total of approximately, and this depends on working out the final details with the Board of Health at the end of the day, 47 beds that would be accommodated in the 13 rooms in the 4 buildings that would comprise the hostel. The property is uniquely situated in between Ocean Street and Old Colony Drive, and indeed actually has an access where there can be an exit that comes out on Old Colony Drive. And so one of the requirements of the regulatory agreement is that the entrance off of Ocean Street be right in, right out only to facilitate the movement of traffic out the other end through Old Colony. Visitors to the hostel can spend no more than 14 aggregate nights a year at the hostel. The regulatory agreement has strict requirements that we keep a log and that log be available upon request to the town. It's proposed to be operated seasonally. The dates proposed are from April to November, 7 days a week. There are strict provisions that there be no smoking and no alcohol allowed in the hostel itself. With respect to the site itself, it will be improved. Parking will be created on site for the hostel, although we anticipate, and the experience is, that many folks come to the hostel without automobiles. The stormwater system on the site will be completely upgraded. And there is a unique feature which your Growth Management Department and your Planning Board required, and that is that the hostel would need to be licensed annually by the Town Manager's Office. And it was thought that that licensing process would provide the town with, and this is all provided for in paragraph 56 of the regulatory agreement, it was thought that that process would provide the town a good opportunity annually to make sure that all the requirements that are contained in this regulatory agreement are indeed being met by the property owner and the operator, and that the manager, in his discretion, would decide whether to issue the license for the upcoming year.
Town Council action on that request was put off until next month.
On the meeting front, the Town Hall hearing room is the venue this evening for the Planning Board meeting starting at 7 o'clock. The Coastal Resources Committee is tomorrow evening at 5 in the Selectmen's Conference Room, and it's the Waterways Committee tomorrow night at 8 over in the MEA Conference Room at Finney's Lane.
And we have more great weather coming up tonight. Partly cloudy skies with lows dipping down to about 60. Then tomorrow, plenty of sunshine with winds out of the northeast, and it will be relatively cool with a high right around 70.
Don't forget, you are running out of time to register to vote. The last day is Wednesday, and the town clerk's office will be staying open late that evening.
And Town Clerk Linda Hutchenreiter is still looking for folks who would like to work at the polls. Contact the clerk's office if you're interested.
And we want to give you plenty of notice for the 19th Annual Village Day coming up on Main Street in Marston's Mills on Sunday, September 7th, featuring live entertainment provided by Freddie and the Maybellines. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Kevin Friel.
We'll see you right back here tomorrow. I'm Mark Mumford.